Good morning, everyone. Step in for a moment. Going to do a little calming exercise right now. And then we're going to get into your greatest area of impact this morning. I'm live, baby. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So let's do this. Take a moment. Take a moment. Pause. Tremendous power in the pause. When you're at your busiest, that's when you might need it to calm down. We're going to talk about your greatest area of impact today. But first, we're going to take a moment. Good morning, Jenna. We're going to take a moment here right now, as soon as I stop my audio, and we're going to just grab a moment with me, will you? Grab a moment. Let's just do this. You deserve this. Okay, if you're either in one of two places right now, you're overthinking, you're obsessing, you're on your to-do list. I gotta do this, I got that. What about the COVID? Or you're throwing yourself wholeheartedly into your goals. Can we do it today? Let's grab a moment. Let's grab a moment. Let's grab a moment. Let's grab a moment. Okay, grab this moment. Right? Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you grab this moment? Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop your thinking? Can you stop the obsessive? Oh my God, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta click here. I gotta click there. I gotta check that. I gotta go over there and take a moment. Grab it. Ready? Sit down. Wherever you are, if you can. Grab a moment. I'm gonna do that. This was unplanned today, so I hope you're with me. Say you're with me. Say hello. All right. Say hello. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And I just want you to grab a moment with me right now. Right now. Liberty's here. Hello, say hello, Liberty. All right, everyone. So just grab a moment here. I want you to just get to the most comfortable spot you can. We're going to do this in a few short seconds here. Just want you to just pause. And one of the things I do every day. What's up, Robert? One of the things I do every day is I grab a moment. If you can't grab a moment, then what can you do? Then you're a victim. We need to avoid living in victim mentality. I must, I have to, I got it. I must, I have to, I got it. I must. You know how long I lived like that? Consistently. Oh my God, like telling myself, I must, I have to, I got it. And I know that's a lot of some of the success mantra, and there is a place for it. But in my world, it was too much. It was all the time. So take a moment, have a seat, get comfortable, and just close your eyes. And we're going to grab a moment. We're going to grab a moment right now. So what we want you to do is just pay attention. You don't have to do it. Just get comfortable. That's your only goal. Get comfortable. And then once you're comfortable and see what's going on in your body, maybe just say, okay, what do I need to let go of? Because what happens is when you're stressed, your emotions are driving your physiology. That's what happens typically when you're unconscious and you're stressed. Your emotions are driving your body to move in certain ways. And what we need to do is we need to break that up. So as you're comfortable, you may want to roll your shoulders a little bit, roll your head, and just relax and just kind of observe what's happening. Okay. You can put your feet on the floor. You can do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to notice our breathing. Wow, we're breathing. Oh my God, look. Wow, we're not even thinking about it. Oh my God, you're breathing right now. You're not even thinking about it, right? Just effortless. Breath comes in and out. You know, and sometimes it's stressed, right? Right, but what if it was relaxed? What if you were open? What if you're just open and you could just breathe? And then start to notice your breath even more, right? And what you'll notice is, miraculously, there's a subtle pause at the top of your breath and at the bottom of your breath. It's like, it's not like you're, right? It's almost like pause. Pause. It's almost like the body saying pause. Because you're not paying attention. You weren't paying attention to that pause before you clicked on this video, but now You're breathing. At the top of the breath, there's a pause. And at the bottom of the breath, there's a pause. There it is again. You see? So in between the living, your to-do list, your obsessive thinking, there's pauses. You're just not noticing them. So what you want to do today is expand the pause. You notice the pause. Actually, first you notice the pauses in life. The in-between moments. I did this, now you're in between. But your brain is so obsessive, you're into the next moment before you've honored the pause of the moment. So what you want to do, you want to say, there's the pause. There it is. And the pause will speak to you. The pause is where you have your greatest awakenings. It's in the middle of the night when you're sleeping and something comes to you. It's when you're in your car and you forgot about something that pops in your head later. There's power in the pause. So right now, what you're going to do, let's expand the pause. I want you to just take a deep breath. And then we're going to do it one more time. And then this time, I want you to expand the pause at the top of the breath and at the bottom of the breath, which means you're going to hold your breath a little bit, but not in a stressful way, just a natural way. So it'll be like this. Pause. Pause. Still pausing. Breathe in. So did you notice that? Did you notice how you stopped? You grabbed the breath, right? You just grabbed a moment. That took a few seconds. Didn't take long. And so there's power in the pause. But most of the time, we're not paying attention to the pause. We're paying attention to, I have to, I must, I gotta. I have to, I must, I gotta. I have to, I must, I gotta. And the pause is where your power is. Because everyone else is living in a reactionary state. Everyone else is stimulus response. Emotions are a powerful tool. It's like having a fire in your hand and you're moving around, and emotions can destroy if you're not conscious. But the more conscious we become and the more self-aware we become, we can observe and let go. See, I'm not a proponent of hide your emotions. I'm not a proponent of that. I'm not a proponent of just fight through and push through and fight through, and there's a place for that. But I'm a proponent of feel. Let life touch you from a courageous, conscious standpoint. Then you can let that go. Then you can move forward so much more powerful than you are right now, because you're not a victim. You're a victor, but you forget. Because a lot of us have been programmed to be a victim, especially now. Oh, COVID, and I'm not downplaying. I know people, COVID's a serious thing, but it's like, oh my God, COVID-19. And it gets into people's consciousness. And think about this, I talked about this last night. How many of the healthcare workers are dealing with people who don't have COVID-19, but they have some other symptoms, but they're so afraid that they're going to the hospitals? I mean, I wish we could measure that. The burden on the healthcare system of people who don't have COVID-19, but have had fear and some other symptom, and they're going to the hospital. That's a tough one. I bet you those numbers are large. So thanks, Robert, for jumping in and sharing. I'm so focused and aware of my surroundings. Hello, Liberty. Yeah. And Liberty, as I calm down, by the way, the dog calmed down. So how about that? You know, dogs are very in tune to our energy. Now she's sitting right here next to me as I went through that breath exercise. Jenna is saying, I'm totally obsessed. Even during the breathing, I was thinking, I have to make the bet right. So what happens is you're in a state of hypervigilance. We talked about this. And what happens is when you are in a state of mind that is survival mode, when you go into survival mode, you will step into hypervigilance, and you will obsess and you will overthink. And that certainly everything has a place under the sun, But if you live in there all the time, it's bad biochemistry. It's stress. That's why people get health issues when they're living in a state of stress. And I want you to relax right now. I mean, that's the first thing. And I wasn't planning on doing this, but just breathe. And to hit Jenna's point, even during the breathing, I was thinking, because it takes practice. It's like any other thing that you do. It's a practice. It takes practice, and it takes a training of the mind to feel and observe and acknowledge without letting it control you. And that's how you can start to separate yourself from the thinking, because the thinking is coming from a place of fear and hypervigilance. And that's not your true power. That will get results, but it's not your true power. I was coming from a place of fear of not being good enough. So that's what drove me. So it got me results, but it's not my true power. It's not my true essence. It's not truly who I am. It gets results. It's survival mode. And there's a place for it. But if you have a roof over your head, if you have food in the cupboard, if you have this brand new day, you have the ability to create. Could you create a $10,000 day? Could you make $1,000 right now? Could you make $20,000 today? Could you make $500 today? And speaking of income, could you find a state of bliss today? If you only had one thing to do today, and that was get yourself into a state of bliss, could you do it? If make it even more interesting, someone said they could magically measure you and said, we'll put some devices, we'll hook you up to this apparatus, and throughout the course of the day, if you're able to achieve a state of bliss, we're going to give you $1 million at the end of the day. Would you somehow figure out a way to get into a state of bliss? Would you somehow find calm in the chaos? I would say the answer to that is yes. But it's your old programming that's driving you. We are wired to progress, but we are wired to grow. We are wired to move forward. What this video might do for you today is to bring your awareness to it, to make you more conscious of where you're coming from. You're either coming from a place of peaceful power, on purpose, poised and planned, or you're coming from a place of obsessive fear, anxiety, angst, survival. So this is a wake-up call for you. It's a wake-up call for me, that in the middle of this, if you're listening to this video, you have an opportunity to be the calm in your own storm and be the calm in someone else's storm. When you become the calm in the storm, you calm the storm. When you become the calm in the storm, you calm the storm. Perfect example. My energy was up. When I started this video, my energy was up. I did a little breathing exercise. I calmed down. So my dog's energy was up. And the second I calmed down, she's now literally sleeping on the floor next to me. So that's the power you have. Imagine that there's a ripple, that your energy is rippling out. It's like and as your energy ripples out based on your energy level, whether it's calm, if it's fearful and stressed, what it's doing is it's like a boomerang. It's going out, and if it's fearful and it's stressed, it's bringing in more things to be fearful and stressed about. If it's calm, it'll actually calm people around you. If it's excited and energetic, it'll bring in more things for you to be excited about. More millionaires and successful people are made during down times. And it's not to say you want to be a millionaire, but you can reinvent yourself right now. You can create, you can co-create, you can joint venture, you can partner up, you can create something brand new today. So one of my goals is to get to, I'll give you a financial goal. I want to get up to $10,000 a month in personal revenue and sales. So I've been doing a lot of creating. I'm in startup mode, and so that's my goal. So I need to serve you. I need to serve you by creating programs. I'm going to be putting some surveys out there later, because I want to serve you at a high level. I want to do these videos for you. Obviously I don't get paid for this, right? This is not something I get paid for. This is who I am. And then I'm actually going to use this to build a business on the other things that I offer. So your kitten's watching like she understands. Hello, kitty. All right, so I'm going to read this today because this is what I titled it. We just went off on a tangent. So this one's going to be a little longer today. But if you're done, you needed that calm thing, you're done. If you want to get more, you stay. It's that simple. But I'll tell you, I honor everyone on here. Let me just say, if you're on here, I honor you. You know why? Because you made an intention to stay here and get something. I don't know if you know this, but Facebook measures 3-second clicks. And I've been talking about this. I've been guilty of that. You click on something for 3 seconds and you leave. It's a total waste of your time. Don't do that. Either don't click and go focus, go get that focus block of time on the thing that you know you need to work on, or stay in and get something. And once you get something, then disengage. Fair enough? Okay. So if you're here and you want to stay, this is called Unstoppable Impact. I've been reading from this book. It's The Self-Reliant Entrepreneur by John Jantsch, and 366 Daily Meditations for the Entrepreneur and Self-Reliance. And it's he reads from the Transcendentalist period, and then he reflects on it. And today there's an excerpt from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I'm just going to take a moment. I'm going to pause again. Is that all right with you? Just grab that breath. Whew. Got to remind yourself to pause. You just got to do it. And it doesn't take much. It just takes a moment. It just takes a moment to pause. One moment of pause can recalibrate and reset you and get you out of that stressful mode. And be aware of the way you're moving your body too. How are you moving your body? Okay, April 23rd, that's what it is. Yes, it is. It's April 23rd, everyone. There's things to be excited about. All right, let's step into this today. Unstoppable Impact. No services of any value, but only likeness. When I have attempted to join myself to others by services, it proved an intellectual trick. No more. They eat our service like apples and leave you out. But love them and they feel you. And they delight in you all the time. I will greet this day with love in my heart. That's me now. I just said that. Because it ends with, but love them and they feel you and delight in you all the time. That was said by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Gifts, Essays, second series, 1844. And so I inserted, I will greet this day with love in my heart. I will look upon all things with love and I will be born again. You got to think about you're entering your day that way. That's from Og Mandino's The Greatest Salesman in the World. I will greet this day with love in my heart. I will look upon all things with love and I will be born again. If love conquers all, then that's what we need to make the greatest impact. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a mother, a father, an employee, imagine if you greet each day with love in your heart. And I liken it to this. It's like grabbing a paintbrush and you're putting beautiful images wherever you go. And everybody sees it and it delights in it and is enlightened by it. That's what it means to greet each day with love in your heart. And that's what it means to have unstoppable impact. Because when you come from a place of love, you're unstoppable. And not in an egotistical way. It's in the purest way you can find. So let's share this author's reflection on what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. The most potent way to think about any entrepreneurial venture isn't taught widely. The classic startup founder is urged to research and observe a gap in the market, find a way to fill that gap, and then explore cost-effective ways to reach that market. All the better if you can work the word lean into a pitch deck. There's nothing wrong with this advice, but the most successful ventures of all time have found or happened upon something far more compelling. These companies, products, services, and brands, missions have discovered a way to create profound impact for everyone they draw into their universe. Profound impact to everyone they draw into their universe. Think of some brands or some people that's true for you. There's some brands and that they have profound impact when you enter their universe. Okay, girl. Now my dog's licking me. All right, girl. Good girl. So the question is this: could you start or reshape a company by focusing solely on creating the greatest possible impact? Could you love everyone and everything about those you serve. It might cause you a change to your business plan for sure, but it might just unleash a force of unstoppable impact on you and whatever you were meant to create. Who knows? Maybe it won't work. But don't you want to explore it? And I would just enter in, who cares if it doesn't work, right? I mean, initially, because it will work in the long term. That's my reflection. It's just how you're communicating what you're doing. Because if you have love in your heart and you're moving forward, and you're making an impact, it's just how you're communicating it to the world. Maybe the world doesn't know about you yet. They don't know about what your offers are. You're building it. You're making it better. You're refining it. But can you come from a place of unstoppable impact, which is a state of love? And then the question the author poses is, what measurable impact could you create for those you serve? Get out of your box of exchange and transaction. Get into a place of ever endless abundance. Can we create abundance? You know, one of the things that you can do is we think about life as a pie. There's only so much to go around, but true abundance is that it's not just a pie. There's a constant creation of new. If we wanted to, we can create something brand new today. And so what I want to ask you is, for those of you listening, and I'm going to put a survey out there, if you were to hire me right now, what would you hire me for? Would you hire me for your personal coach? Would you hire me for a business strategist? Would you hire me as a speaker? Would you want a course that you could go through, a digital video course? And I would just love to hear what your reflections are on that, because I'm creating just like you, and I'm moving forward just like you, and I want to be of greater service in my sphere. So we've got a couple things we're launching. emergencylifecoach.com. The simplest thing I'll ask you to do if you're listening to this and this served you is to just subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that's a real simple way for you to stay with me. And then let me know your reflections about today's video. If there's something here that moved you, stirred you up, that you're going to do differently as it relates to your day. Can you calm down? Can you be more? Can you create that pause? Do you need that pause right now? So here's the YouTube channel. If you subscribe to that, personal business coach. Thanks, Jenna. I appreciate it. All companies should think that way. Here's the beautiful thing. If you're listening to this video, you just got a great message. Not all companies are going to do this, but you can do it. And I don't care if you're a company or an employee. Greet this day with love in your heart. Look upon all things with love and be born again. And whether you're an employee, whether you're a business owner, whether you're an entrepreneur, whatever you are, you will have lasting, dramatic impact on the people that you touch and serve. It's just that simple. And then we get better and we move forward. So if you want to talk to me more, please message me. My YouTube channel is there. And let me just put on the little theme song here. So my name's Austin. This is Meet Me in the Morning. Today we talked about unstoppable impact. What does that mean for you? Can you create power in the pause? Can you stop? Grab a breath. And if you're just listening to this now, go back to the beginning, because there's a little exercise to help you calm, to help you get centered. And if it didn't work the first time, Jenna, try it again. Try it again. Make it a practice. Grab the moment. At least grab a moment for yourself. My name's Austin. This is Meet Me in the Morning. I love you from my heart, even if I don't know you. We're fellow travelers. Have an amazing day. God bless you. Bye for now.